修理代の半分当たっちゃった人いるんだよ。その時はね、こっち来ちゃったの。どこに行くか分かんない。
goes away. See forever in a day. I wanna be somebody who makes somebody else happy, happy. I wanna know somebody out there is glad that they have me, have me. Wanna call somebody mine who can see the good I can't see. Wanna know somebody's eyes, 'cause they're only looking at me. I wanna be somebody who makes somebody else happy, happy. Tell me you don't wanna go. Say you wanna stay here with me. Girl, I gotta let you know that I don't see nothing wrong with staying up all night, chasing the sunrise. You know I'm being honest, girl. I'm trying to give you the kind that never goes away. See forever in a day. I wanna be somebody who makes somebody else happy, happy. I wanna know somebody out there is glad that they have me, have me. Wanna call somebody mine who can see the good I can't see. Wanna know somebody's eyes, 'cause they're only looking at me. I wanna be somebody who makes somebody else happy, happy. piece of paper that's got no guarantees, but it's okay. It's a new day, and there's a million different ways to win as long as I play. If there's a chance, then you know I'll take it. Both hands on the dreams we're chasing. Stand where there is no pavement. Cards on the table. Go like there are no limits. Take everything we're given. Got just one life we're living. We're living. Yeah, we got this. Oh, it's gonna be
Thank you.